Well, I just want to be happy. Quote from pretty much everybody ever. For many folks, their life goal is to be happy. For as long as I can remember, I would say this as well. Then it occurred to me on one insomnia-laden night, I'm not really sure I am seeking what I think I am seeking. I have no idea where I got to that point, but that's what happens when you have insomnia. Am I really looking for happiness? Is happiness an actual state of being? Or simply one of many emotions? Is it something else I'm really looking for instead? I continued to ponder and, of course, not sleep. A word just kept coming into my mind. Fulfillment. Is this what we are truly seeking and not so much happiness? I asked Webster. Definition of happy from Webster's dictionary online. Feeling or showing pleasure or contentment. Definition of fulfillment. Achievement of something desired, promised, or predicted. Meeting of a requirement or a condition. Well, there it is. Happiness is an emotion, a feeling. Fulfillment is an achievement, a state of being. Emotions do not depend entirely on our own being, because part of what creates them is entirely out of our control. I mean, I guess you can fake it, but what exactly does that accomplish long term? Yeah, looking at you over there with the fake smile on your face and the "please take me away now" eyes. It is not possible to stay happy or in any emotion permanently, nor would we really want to. We need all of our emotions to process all the different things life will throw at us. Emotions are our release. We need to be happy when we get a new job, sad when a loved one passes, angry when a friend screws us over. It's part of how we can process the different experiences life throws at us. They can be a cleaning mechanism for us, and they're needed to clear out all the garbage that we build up in our heads. Now, society does not allow for and is not very accepting of emotions. Well, other than being happy. No one is comfortable around most of the other emotions, particularly those surrounding fear, sadness, anger. That discomfort encourages us to keep those bottled up inside where they just do more harm down the road, especially so in men. Only so much can jam up before the whole bloody thing goes kaboom. That process is something to really dig into, but that's for another day. Back to the task at hand. If happiness is an emotion that cannot be permanently obtained, it is obviously not the primary goal we are seeking to achieve, which takes us back to fulfillment. Fulfillment can, as a state of being, it can be sought out and achieved regardless of one's emotional status. We can feel emotion over any kind of life effect, and it would not necessarily make much difference. Maybe it leads to a bad day or the occasional lousy decision, but usually not the overall mission. If for some reason that was what is happening, there's clearly something else going on, and professional assistance is strongly advised. Think of it as fulfillment and attaining a goal as equal to being full after finishing a really nourishing, good home-cooked meal that you genuinely enjoyed. The meal fills you up and it sustains you, giving you all those good nutrients needed to keep yourself a finely tuned machine. Rather than being used to nourish your body, it does so for your soul. So many times we go for those quick fixes because we think they'll give us that sense. That's when we try to fit in with others that we might have no business trying to. Getting into relationships that we just shouldn't, and so on. Most of us can fill in our own blanks there. The good feeling we receive in those moments is not real, it's quite temporary, and at the end of the day usually just starves the soul as we ultimately figure out. It's like trying to nourish and trying to feed our nutritional needs by pigging out on the crap we pick up in the drive-thru windows. At first, it tastes absolutely delicious, but not too long after that, I tend to feel both bloated and unsatisfied. You could say the same for material possessions. Nice house and car you can't afford, big screen TV with surround sound, giant swimming pool. Don't get me wrong, toys are nice, I wouldn't mind a beachfront house and a BMW myself, but what happens after the initial rush of the new toy? You find your soul still empty, just in a prettier place. Your soul still hasn't been fed, and nothing has profoundly changed, has it? Once you find what your soul desires, and you're doing what you love instead of settling for the same crap you learned you're supposed to, then we feel satisfied. That is true fulfillment. And you know what else you'll find? You enjoy the toys that much more. You really grow to appreciate them. And yeah, once you've eaten really well and you're feeling extremely healthy, it's still okay to stop and sneak in a little ice cream here and there. While I was continuing to kick these ideas around in my head, I saw someone post a gem. I wish I could remember who it was so I could give them credit, but the general idea was, if you're satisfied, do you just stop? Let's stick to the idea of the meal for a minute. Eventually, after that delicious, healthy meal, it does digest and you do get hungry again, right? Maybe you're not as ravished for nutrition, but yeah, you could use a little something. When you have met your calling and achieved what you were wanting, you'll likely be okay for a while. What'll happen is one of a couple of things. You may find yourself tweaking things a little bit here and there and making something great even greater. Or you may be called to a new and different challenge entirely. Either way, it's not like you're going to hit the pause button and stay there forever. You're always going to be looking forward, always adding, always growing, always evolving. Nothing to worry about. Always keep feeding that soul and you'll continually be fulfilled. And also, likely happy pretty often, I would think.